No, it's good. I can handle it. All right, hello. Let's see if I can hear. That's not me. Wait a minute. Is this not? This is 2. Okay. Yep. All right. All right. Check 1. Here we go. Yep. We're good. At less than a minute. We're going to dump him because it doesn't look like he's going anywhere. He said, Sting, well, tell him to dump him. Well, thank you, Wyatt. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, thank you, Wyatt. Thank you for the nice intro, and thank you for bringing up that microphone that I couldn't find the knob to get taken care of. So here we are, live, as we are every Tuesday night with the Hillcrest Huddle, live from Walk-On's Sports Bistro. So great to be here with you tonight on this beautiful fall October night. By the way, just kind of a little side note here. We are celebrating here tonight, Wyatt. I don't think if I told you this yet, but we are celebrating here tonight the birth of the Hillcrest Huddle host. Today is my 61st birthday. Yes, 12 of my 61 years have been spent at Hillcrest High School, and they have been 12 very good years. So much fun. Yeah, that's kind of loud. Unfortunately, this time last week, when my co-host for the Friday night games were here filling in for me, they were talking about the high hopes for the big win over Prattville for the coming Friday night that would have put Hillcrest in a really good position to make it to the 7A playoffs. All Hillcrest needed was a win over Prattville and a win over Oak Mountain this Friday, along with Hillcrest losing to Thompson. All of those things were expected to happen, and then the standings would look like a two-way tie between Hillcrest and Hoover, and Hillcrest, of course, would win that tiebreaker because of the head-to-head matchup. Unfortunately, Prattville defeated Hillcrest 38-31 in overtime, and then about 45 seconds later, as we were doing the post-game show, we see Hoover hit a 55-yard field goal as time expired to take the win over Thompson. So both things happened that went wrong that we didn't expect to happen. So Hillcrest has been eliminated from the playoffs. Now 5-4 overall, with a game coming up against Oak Mountain this next Friday night at home, with a chance for the Pats to go 6-4, another winning season in 7A. There's been 2 years in 7A now for the Pats, and the Pats have an overall winning record. Assuming we get the win over Oak Mountain this Friday, it'll be 12-8 in 7A. Not too bad for the second smallest 7A school in the state, and almost coming so close to making the playoffs this year for the first time in 7A. We'll see what happens next year. Anyway, let me tell you what all is coming up here on the show tonight. Of course, obviously, as always, we will have our interview with Coach Jamie Mitchell. He'll be coming to the table here in just a couple of minutes. We'll interview our players of the week. Caden Smith with another amazing game. Over 180 yards of receiving, 2 touchdowns, just an incredible game as he keeps having game after game after game that are jaw-dropping. DJ Jones, the defensive player of the game, DJ with 2 interceptions on the night for the Pats, and Elijah Miller, who has been so solid and consistent. He is our special teams player of the game, and he will be joining us as well. We'll have a position spotlight on the wide receivers this week. Head coach Jonathan Kress will, I'm sorry, not head coach, wide receivers coach Jonathan Kress will be here with a couple of his players. Not Caden Smith, because Caden's on the show every week just about. We'll have him on the previous segment. But Coach Kress will have a couple of his players on. And then later on in the show, we'll do our sports spotlight. It's about time for basketball season, so we're going to be getting ready for that. We're going to have Coach Scott Suttles here, along with a couple of his players, to talk about what's going to be happening with the fantastic Hillcrest basketball program. Don't forget that the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network brings you every game live. Unfortunately, this will be the last one coming up this next Friday night with the home game against the Oak Mountain Eagles. So join us there on YouTube. While we're getting some feedback, I think it's a little bit too much. If you can bring that down just a little bit. Whew. I don't know what it sounds like there. That's a little bit better for me. I'm going to make some adjustments here, but some things are just going crazy here with feedback. I don't know if we got feedback over the air or not. But anyway, we got all that coming up, and we're going to take a break here and see if we can figure out what's going on with our issues that we're having. We'll come back and we'll bring Coach Jamie Mitchell to the table back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network and Tide 100.9 FM. Check 1 2. See, it said we didn't have any audio because I had the mics turned off. That's why. But now there's no sound. But is that coming through here? Hey, can one of y'all get Coach Mitchell?
Is that in the?
Yeah, he's standing right there. Okay. I think we should be good now. I don't know.
Oh. Like I said, I'll leave this here. That way I can come right back to adjust it.
Oh, okay. Okay. You hear me, Coach? Okay. All right. Talk to me now, Coach.
Test 1, 2.
There you go. Okay. Okay. Are you hearing us talk through here? You're not? Okay. I don't know.
It was coming through earlier, but it was super loud.
Yeah, I know. We don't have the usual people here do this part.
I got you.
From walk-ons. All right. Welcome back to the Hillcrest Huddle. Brent Jones here with you live from Walk-On's Sports Bistro. Glad to have you with us. We had to take a little break to work on some technical issues that we were having, but I think we've got it under control a little bit now. And because we broke away before I really wanted to, I didn't get a chance to thank our sponsors. So I'm going to take the opportunity to do that real quickly before we get into our conversation with Coach Mitchell. Thanks to all of our feature sponsors who have been so great this year. County Commissioner of District 3, Mark Nelson, has brought us the pregame show on our Friday night broadcast all year long. Bama Stuff brings us the broadcast booth. It's the Bama Express Keys to Victory, Hillcrest Tennis College Football Preview, Stephen Fikes All-State First Downs, Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center Extra Points and Field Goals, Centel Home Design Red Zone, Tidwell Paint and Body Timeouts, Alabama Credit Union Coin Toss, Award Company of America, and Walk-On Sports Bistro Players of the Game. Stephen Fikes brings us the All-State Halftime Show, RSV Designs, the scoreboard updates, Tiger Rock Kickoffs, Mission Express Car Wash Stats, and our commercial sponsors, Lee Palace, Bama Stuff, Alabama Credit Union, Ignite Student Employment Initiative, all of those fantastic sponsors. Thank you so much to all of you who have come our way and helped us out so much this year. All right, Coach Mitchell, welcome to the broadcast.
Yes.
Unfortunately, this will be our last Hillcrest Huddle of the year. Things didn't quite turn out as we thought they were going to. As you sat here last year with Coach Armstrong and Coach Pirano, we were all, I know you never assumed, but we were all making the assumption that we would beat Prattville, Thompson would beat Hoover, then we would beat Oak Mountain, end up in a tie with Hoover at the end, and we would get the tiebreaker to go to the playoffs. So then, unfortunately, things don't always work out the way they should. However, I want to follow up with that by saying it didn't work out due to lack of effort and preparation and fortitude by your team.
Yeah, two really good football teams, and battled for 48 minutes, and 48 minutes wasn't enough, and had to get into overtime. And, this has been maybe one of the hardest things I've had to deal with since I've been there, just personally trying to get past this one. It meant so much to me and our coaching staff. We wanted this one really, really bad, and, we poured everything we had into it. And, man, I thought it was an unbelievable high school football game, great environment and back and forth, tight. 48 minutes didn't settle it, had to go into overtime. And, heck, we came up 2 inches short, hard pill to swallow.
Yeah, it sure was. But now you've got a game against Oak Mountain still remaining. And before we talk about that, since this is the last time we'll be here on the Hillcrest Huddle, I kind of want you to look at the season as a whole for me. And how would you characterize this season and this team this year?
Well, our goal from day one was to win every game we won last year plus one. And we've done all of that except the one loss to Prattville, and that one loss to Prattville is more than likely going to keep us out of the playoffs, depending on how we do against Oak Mountain. you know, it is, I just don't know if people understand how hard it is in this league. You know, it's just week after week after week, the grind that it takes on your team, that it's a mental grind, a physical grind, you know, and it is a hard deal to work, you know. And I give our players a lot of credit, man. I feel like they've battled, they've fought, they've scrapped, and, you know, no excuses. We have not been as talented the last couple of years as we were the 3 years prior to that. Those 3 years, we had some really good football players, you know. And I think with what we have and the pieces that we've got, I'm really proud of what these guys have achieved. And, you know, we've got a lot to play for this coming Friday. So we hope we can get another winning season under our belt.
Well, talk about this coming Friday. How much would a win over Oak Mountain mean to this team?
An awful lot, you know, and I've been really pleased with the way our football team has responded this week. And, you know, they've handled it way better than the coaches have handled it and way better than their head coaches handled it. You know, they're very upbeat. They're very excited. We've had 2 really good days of practice. They've been very, very high-spirited practices, and I'm very thankful for that, you know. And we're going to have a heck of a challenge. You know, Oak Mountain is really, really talented, super diverse offensively, and, you know, defensively they've given a lot of folks some problems. You know, they've been in the games with some of the toughest teams in our regions and just hadn't won them, but they've been competitive in those games. So if it was anything like last year, you know, I mean, that was back and forth to the very end. So, you know, hopefully we'll come and play a great ball game and honor our seniors in the right way.
Right, and it would also mean a winning season as opposed to a 500 season, and 2 winning seasons out of 2 total seasons in 7A.
Absolutely, and that means a lot. You know, I mean, there's 2 years in 7A, and, you know, we would love to put that feather in our cap and say, you know what, we had 2 winning seasons those 2 years, and like I say, man, it's a heck of a lot better than being 500, so we got a lot to play for.
Now let me ask you, got some other things to talk about, specifics about this game, but I want to kind of sidetrack just a little bit because we talk about it a little bit on the broadcast. We're 7A right now. When is the redistricting or whatever it's called done?
You'll start getting some rumors at the end of next month. You know, around the end of November, you'll start getting some pretty accurate rumors. But, you know, it typically comes out the week of Super 7 officially. You know, our numbers are turned in and everybody's numbers are in. And, you know, you're kind of in a wait-and-see deal right now. And we probably will have a pretty good idea at the end of November, but officially the week of the Super 7.
So it's every 3 years.
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years.
That they reassign.
That's correct.
Classifications. Right. Well, can I ask you now, are you able to say what you think is going to happen with Hillcrest next year?
I mean, every indication, it appears that we will be headed back down. I mean, you know, we do know that we're 109 less than what we were 2 years ago to put us into 7A.
Right.
But, you know, the deal is this, you know, probably the top 10 in 7A are trying to get into 6A, and the top 10 of 6A are trying to stay in 6A, you know. So it's just a numbers game, and it's your enrollment. It is what it is. There's just no way to fudge on any of that.
Right.
You know, you don't even control yours. I mean, your numbers are what they are. So, you know, you just got to hope that our numbers will be in a good position for us. Other people have grown or whatever, you know. And hey, we'll take whatever it is, man. We'll be ready to go.
Well, either way, I know your team will give it all they've got because as you were talking about the season overall and the ups and downs, even during the downs, when we're losing big in the fourth quarter to some of these powerhouses, the effort is still very apparent. With a lot of teams, you can see teams just kind of slogging around, just hoping to get it over with. But your guys were still out there fighting till the end.
Well, you know, the Prattville loss was in overtime. The Thompson game was a bad loss. You know, I lost to Hewitt. Hewitt, it was a 17-0 ball game with 4 minutes to go in the game. So it was a very competitive game. And then, you know, the Vestavia game got away from us in the first half a little bit. But, you know, still a 4-quarter ball game. So, you know, there's one game that really got away away from us. The other one we felt like we were pretty competitive in, and especially the Hewitt game and the Vestavia, the Prattville game.
Right. So it's senior night, Friday night. I know this is the kind of thing that you kind of hate to do because you're afraid you'll leave somebody out, but can you talk about some of those seniors who have meant so much in your program over the past 4 years?
Well, I make a big deal in our locker room. We've got 33 seniors, and, it's amazing. Our numbers have been incredible since I've gotten here, well over 100 in varsity football every year I've been here. And, of those 33 seniors, you got guys that are the Caden Smiths, the Zay Halls, the big name guys that have big SEC scholarships that are out there and have made, just so many plays for us this year. And, but then you've also got the Hunter Hallmarks and, the guys that don't get to play, all the time every Friday night. And, those guys are so special to me. And the seniors that, Demetrius Ryle, there's a bunch of those guys that I got so much respect for that, we're part of our team that just want to be there for the brotherhood and the bond that's there. And, so many of those guys are super, super special to our program. And, everybody hears about the seniors are the best players, but you got Mason Booth has started a bunch of ball games for us on the offensive line, and it's just it's a really unique. You got Peyton Clendenin, and there he is, an offensive lineman that doesn't get to play. Merriweather's an offensive lineman that doesn't get to play. Man, those guys work their tail off every day at practice, and so many of those guys are I just think the world of. I see Ryle coming in the building right there, man. Really special guy to me.
Yeah, people just don't always understand or appreciate the contributions of those who don't actually make it to the field that much, but they're so important to the team, I know. Yep. I know that your coaches don't like to do this, but you're kind of unconventional in this way, so I'm going to ask you this question. I want you to look ahead to next year and think about what you got coming up for next year.
Well, obviously you do that throughout the year. You start looking at the pieces that are leaving and the pieces that are returning, and, quite frankly, defensively, man, we're going to be in a really good place. We've got some departures over there, but, our second and third level come back in really good shape. We're going to lose, Deshaun Pope and A.J. Love up front, but we've got some guys coming that we feel really, really good about, and offensively, any football team, your quarterback's coming back, you've got to feel pretty good about it.
With a year starting under his belt, too.
And Jacoby Harris, we all know what he's been for a couple of years. So, we've got to have some more offensive pieces come through for us, but, we do feel, and we do feel probably as good as I've felt since I've been here. Our 8th grade team this year, both Duncanville and Hillcrest Middle, are fixing to send us some really good players.
Okay.
And our freshman team this year is another really good group. So that's two classes back to back that I think you're going to hear some really good things from.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Last question, I want to shift gears back to this coming Friday night because we got to make that one happen to end on a positive note, to have that good momentum moving into next year. Give us some specifics on what we can look for with Oak Mountain.
I think they've got a super talented quarterback. He's just a sophomore, but man, he has had a really, really good year. And they got a safety that's a 4-star prospect, been offered by about everybody in the country. He's a really talented player. He actually plays both ways. He plays wide receiver and safety. Their running back is a really good player. And their offensive front, arguably to me, may be as good as any in the league. They're big. They've really upgraded their offensive front. Last year they were small and, just not real big up there. But, man, they've got some really good players up there. And, defensively, just a group of guys that seem to play well together. No superstars other than the safety, but they've done a really good job containing some high-powered people this year.
Okay, sounds good. Can't wait for one more time, Coach.
Yes,
and then we'll see you back here again next year in August talking about the coming season for 2026?
Let's get this one first.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach.
Yes, sir.
It's been great. All right, that's Coach Jamie Mitchell joining us as he does every Tuesday night for one final time here on the Hillcrest Huddle. We're going to take a break, and when we return, we're going to bring our 3 players of the game to the table, and those 3 players are on offense, Caden Smith, on defense, DJ Jones, and on special teams, Elijah Miller. We're back with those 3 guys right after this. Keep it here. This is the Hillcrest Huddle on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network and Tide 100.9 FM. Actually, I guess you couldn't hear me because I had it muted.
Yeah, now I can hear you.
All right. Hey, man. Can you hear me, Caden? I cannot hear you. Hold on just a minute. Let me see. I think I turned you down. All right, talk to me now. Wait, I'm doing the wrong one. Now, talk to me.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Well, shoot. Okay, talk to me now.
Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what did I do? All right, hello, hello. Shoot. Oh, that's right. All right, check, 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 check.
Mic check, mic check.
Mic check, mic check.
We hear you. You got your earphones on backwards.
I do.
You can hear me now?
There we go.
All right. Let's see. Check, check, check. Gosh. All right. Okay, that's better. It's kind of loud, though.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yes, sir. You hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah, yeah. I got you. I don't know why I can't hear it in this one, though. Get something here. Okay. No, it's this. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right.
Hey, where Elijah at?
I don't know.
Coach Chris. Was Elijah? Did Elijah know he was talking?
All right, welcome back to the Hillcrest Huddle. Brent Jones here with you live from Walk On Sports Bistro, as we are every Tuesday night during football season. And it's time to bring our players of the game to the show. We only have 2 of the 3 here tonight. One of them got called away to work at the last minute. Elijah Miller, our special teams player, our outstanding kicker. But we have our 2 other players of the game here tonight. To my right, no stranger to this show, Caden Smith, the wide receiver. He had, 182 yards? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it was 172. I think.
172? Oh, well, then I take the award away if it was 182. 172 yards and 2 TDs,
Yeah,
correct?
2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. And the guy over here, speaking of 2, the guy next to me, the defensive player of the game, DJ Jones, had 2 interceptions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What a game for both of you guys. Fantastic game. Just didn't turn out exactly how we wanted it. Caden, I want to start with you. First of all, last week, 172 yards, around 180 or something the week before, 3 touchdowns. So you're on quite a roll. What has been going so right for you in these games?
I don't know. I just go out there and I'm trying to showcase what I can do every game. I'm just trying to prove to everybody that I am an SEC wide receiver.
Well, you certainly are. Okay, so you've been in the Hillcrest program for 3 years now, correct? Okay. Tell me, as a senior, what this final game at Roy Johnson Stadium means to you.
This game means a lot. It's gonna take a toll on me, but we're gonna get through it. But this game gonna be a lot. I'm glad that we played it at home. My last senior night.
So do you kind of play it in your head, thinking like that final snap happens, see that clock ticking down? What kind of emotions do you think you'll be going through?
I don't try to think of it like that. I'm trying to take one day at a time. I'm trying to have a good time at practice with my boys before I leave. I ain't thinking about that final snap until it gets there, then I'm just going to enjoy it from there.
Okay. Can you take a minute to reflect on your career at Hillcrest?
I had an interesting career at Hillcrest. I started off as a quarterback.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I came in as a quarterback. Got moved at wide receiver just to play around with it, and I eventually loved wide receiver, and I stuck with it. And look, I'm here now, committed to being as a wide receiver.
Okay. What's your, if you had to think, and you may take a minute to think about this, think about your top moment as a Hillcrest football player.
My top moment. Like my best moment, or like?
Yeah, just what do you think you're going to take away? You're going to remember the most.
Oh, I'm gonna take away the locker room. The locker room. I love just after practice. I love being in my guys' locker room, having a good time, goofing off and stuff like that.
That's great.
That's my favorite memory that I love.
That's great. What about on the field? What's your best memory?
On the field, I got a lot of favorite memories. But I know that one head catch gonna be my favorite.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Last
my
week,
favorite today. That one head catch. I love that.
Okay.
I rewatch it every day.
Do you really?
Yes.
And do you watch the one that I put on there with the my call on it?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I got a spare.
As long as you do that.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. All right. So you talked about beyond Hillcrest, you're going to be playing football at Vanderbilt University. What are your expectations as you head into your college career?
My expectations is I want to get there early. I want to try to take over a starting job and go on from there.
It's pretty exciting to be coming into a program that has traditionally been one of the cellar dwellers of the SEC, and now they're a top 10 team.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've been playing ball. They've been going hard. Now we got Missouri. I'm going to that game up in Missouri.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
okay.
trying to take them down to get a playoff spot.
That's awesome. And Nashville's such a great city,
Oh,
too.
yeah. I love Nashville.
Yeah. Can't wait to watch you play at the next level. Thanks so much, Caden. It's been great having you on as a guest so many times. Oh, I was going to ask you one more thing. What's the total count on these plaques that you've gotten in these 3 years? Do you know?
I got a lot of them things. I can't even tell you how many I got. I think they're like my mom have like stacked up in her room, and like you can't even hold them in your hand.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know there's been quite a few. I guess this is good training for the future, when you got all those TV cameras in your face.
Yeah.
You're like, I've been doing this for a long time. I know how to handle myself over here.
This is preparing for the big moment.
Well, you do a good job with it. Can't wait to watch you play at the next level. Okay, we got a guy over here who's still going to be around next year. And fortunately for Hillcrest. DJ, man, I just watch you grow and grow throughout the season. Your confidence, you've gotten so much better throughout the season. Talk about this past game and those 2 picks and kind of go through those plays for us.
So the first one, as you can see, I was splitting them. I was splitting the wheel and the post. So when I seen the ball thrown, I was like, I got to go get it, and I just made a play.
And now the second one, there was like the quarterback was trying to put it in there in a small window in a 3-on-1 situation.
Yes, sir. Actually, Newt made that play for me. He took away the out route, the quarterback tried to throw a jump ball, and the wide receiver stopped, and I just made another play. Just thankful for Coach Patterson making great calls and put me in the best position to make those plays.
Right.
So I can't thank him and Coach Hill and Coach Walker enough.
Right. What do you feel like your role has been on this defense?
I feel like my role has been really important as a team, just being on the field with my guys. You know, when somebody make a bad play, just, you know, tell them they'll be all right, no yelling, you know, because at the end of the day, we're all brothers. And, you know, I'll be playing with a lot of those guys next year, so.
That's right. Let's talk about next year. Coach Mitchell and I were talking about how the defense, he expects y'all to be stacked and be strong next year.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about the defense and who you got coming back and what your expectations are.
Okay, we got Beverly coming back, Miles, Marvin, Kimarcus, Kitori. We got a lot of guys. We got Dylan Banks. We just got a lot of good guys coming back, and I think next year will be a very powerful defense again this year.
That's awesome, and possibly back down in 6A too.
Yes, sir. That's even better.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait. All right, well, let's talk about this coming Friday night. Oak Mountain, you got a chance to be 6-4, have a winning record. But, you know, a lot of people would say, oh, well, you know, you got put out from the playoffs, you know, you got to be feeling down. But that's not the way y'all approach it, is it?
We still got some to prove.
Definitely. I just hope we get this win for our seniors. I love those girls.
Right. All right, well, tell me about Oak Mountain. You tell me about their offense, because I know that's who you study, and then you tell me about their defense.
Oak Mountain, you know, they have a good offense. They got a lot of guys that can hurt us, the quarterback, the wide receiver, the running back. They throw a lot of screens and stuff like that, but I think we're going to be ready for it, get this win for the seniors.
All right, sounds good. Caden?
They got an okay defense. They got one good corner, number 3. He's a 4-star. He got a lot of offers in the summer. So, I mean, I matched up with him last year, and I think it's going to be a great matchup.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good thing to see.
They'll put him on you again.
Yeah, they're going to lock him on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's number 3?
Yes, sir.
So 3 on 3.
Yeah, 3 on 3. Let's see who the best.
All right, let's see. That'll be awesome. Okay, guys. Thanks again. Appreciate all your work this season. It's been so much fun watching you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you for your 3 years.
Appreciate
your career, number 3.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll see you in the SEC. Thanks, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's our offensive and defensive players of the game, Caden Smith and DJ Jones. Oh, wait, before you go, guys, you got to do something for me. Today's my birthday.
Oh, it is?
Happy birthday.
We got to say happy birthday.
Yeah. You going to sing it?
2, 3.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Jones. Happy birthday to you.
Well, I tell you, if you guys ever give up football, don't take up singing.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we return, we're going to do our position spotlight, the wide receivers. Coming up after this, keep it here. This is the Hillcrest Huddle on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network and Tide 100.9 FM. Check 1, check 1, 2, check 1, 2, check 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, who's giving me so much noise? All right, hello. Okay, you hear me? All right?
I can hear you.
Okay, you good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, guys, be sure your mic is like real close to your mouth, okay? Man, it's so noisy. I don't know why it's so noisy tonight. Okay. We're in a commercial right now. I'm hearing it through this, but y'all don't hear it.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back to the Hillcrest Huddle. Brent Jones, live from Walk-On Sports Bistro, along with the Patriot Nation, celebrating all things Hillcrest athletics and more specifically at the moment, Hillcrest football. And even more specifically than that, we have our position spotlight. We have head coach Jonathan Kress and a couple of his guys. We've got Trent Curley here to my left. And to Trent's left, we have Jalen Cook. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, yeah, of course. Coach Kress, I want to start with you first. I like to get the coaches to tell me a little bit about themselves to kind of get it out there to the public so everybody knows about our coaches, because we have such a great assistant coaching staff here at Hillcrest. Tell us about your football journey, your experience in playing and coaching, and how you ended up at Hillcrest.
Okay. Well, this is year 15 for me, teaching and coaching.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You barely look 15, man.
Yeah, I'll be 41 in November.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I played my high school ball in a small high school in Shelby County. Grew up in East Alabama. When I graduated, I played college football for 4 years.
Where'd you play?
Concordia, University of Chicago.
Okay.
So up north.
Gotcha.
And when I graduated, I decided to move back home. Cost of living's a lot better down here, obviously. And I got into coaching right away. Most of my coaching journey, except for the last 3 years or so, has been at the small school level. And when life changes and things like that, you look to better yourself. And also, I've been working with the same guy for about 10 years, so I wanted to do something different. And Hillcrest High School had an opening. My wife and I moved to this area 5 years ago now, maybe 6. She's gonna be mad at me for that one, but it's one of the other.
Okay.
But we lived in the area, and I knew the success the program had, and the legacy Coach Mitchell had, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to learn. And I coached on some great teams. I've won 5 state titles.
Really?
Yeah, 2 as a defensive coordinator at Bessemer Academy, which is pretty close to Hueytown.
Yeah.
And actually, I won 2 as a basketball coach too. One of those as a head coach. So
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I've coached some good players and some good teams.
You got a
but
nice little ring collection there, huh?
a little bit, yeah. But I'll say this: I've learned a lot from Coach Mitchell, his experience, and the way we do things is, state of the art. I mean, it is first class all the way. These guys are taken care of. And I've learned a ton from him. So it's been a great experience for me. I love Hillcrest. I love how they've embraced me, and I look forward to finishing this season out and next year.
Yeah, it's going to be great. And also, let's talk more specifically about your particular group. Man, you've been blessed this year with some players, haven't you?
Absolutely. A lot of really talented guys, and the one thing I'll say about them is a hard-working group of guys too. Very humble. Would just put their mind to it, get the right mindset coming in, and it really started in the spring. And these 2 guys down here specifically, very hard workers and do all the little things, the things that not every high school player enjoys, like playing wide receiver. You want to catch the ball, you don't want to block.
Right.
These 2 guys are devastating blockers. If you've watched them on Friday night, boy, they get after it. And
I couldn't be more blessed with a great group of guys.
So your unit's performance overall this year, how would you assess it?
I would say overall we've played fairly well. I mean, of course, the coach side of me is, could we have done this or that better? Absolutely. But these guys have tried to do everything that we've asked of them.
Right.
And at the end of the day, you know, I can hang my hat on that.
That's all you can ask for.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. Okay, we'll talk about, I know you're losing Caden to the SEC, and that's going to be a tough blow. But talk about the guys that you have coming back next year.
Well, yeah, losing Caden and Jalen and Austin Cherry, those are the three that are leaving us. But the guy sitting next to you, Trent Curley, is one definitely that has blossomed and grown a ton.
Yeah, well, I've seen that through the season. Yeah.
Yeah, he has, and Jalen has too. And Jalen is a specialist and very serviceable player. He can play all four positions. He knows what to do, and I just encourage those younger guys to try to learn as much as they can, because eventually your time's coming. But I couldn't be more excited about the group coming back as well.
All right, guys, I'm going to shift to you. How do you feel your wide receiver unit has played this year? What do you think y'all have done well?
I think we're very hard workers, and whatever coach tells us to do, we just do it to the best of our ability.
Yeah, I feel like we're we more experienced, and we got players that make plays.
What do you think you've learned from this guy over here to my right?
Oh, I learned a lot. I learned, the fundamentals. That's the biggest part of it all.
All right, you're graduating. So can you talk about your experience at Hillcrest and what you'll take away with you after that last game Friday night?
I've taken a lot. These past 4 years has been great, and this last game, we played our heart out, but it just didn't go out in our way.
Yeah. And what's going to be your favorite memory on the field at Hillcrest?
Just practicing with all my brothers.
What about in the games? What's your favorite memory?
Just the energy, just the feeling of being with them.
Okay, just nothing specific, just that overall feeling. Okay. Now you're coming back, Trent.
Yes,
so you're going to be expected to be the leader of the wide receiver group next year. What are your personal goals and expectations for next year?
Be an example for the other wide receivers, show that show my confidence and show that my energy come off on them so they can be confident and stuff like that. I wasn't confident when I first came to Hillcrest, but now that I been with Coach Chris, he been building my confidence, and now I feel like I can do whatever.
Yeah, you'll have to have that leadership role for those younger guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Now I want to ask you some questions that I sometimes ask each group just to get your opinion. Who has the best hands among the group?
Probably Caden's fine.
You think Caden?
Caden's fine.
He's had some pretty nice catches these past couple of weeks, hasn't he? Okay, who's the fastest?
Caden.
Is it close, though? Who's right behind Caden?
Cherry.
Austin, he's pretty close.
Yeah, okay. And who runs the best routes?
Jalen Cook.
Me.
You run the best routes? You agree with that?
Yeah, he's up there for sure, yeah.
Okay.
Jalen's pretty crafty. Yes, he is. Good route runner.
All right, one final question for you guys. What's one thing about playing wide receiver that most people don't realize? People just notice wide receivers when you catch the ball. What do they not know?
They don't realize that they're just not just running routes and going to catch the ball. You got to block. Some plays depend on you. Like, if you miss your block, you can mess up the whole play.
Yeah, you actually gotta. It's not all about just keeping out, catching the ball. You gotta do other stuff, like he said, blocking, and you gotta be able to take a blow. I took a few blows on my last game.
He also made a couple of great catches too this last game. All right, guys, thanks so much. It's so much fun watching y'all on Friday nights, and great job with this group, Coach. I know we got a lot to look forward to in the future. And Friday night, one more, right? Let's do it. Let's end this thing on a positive note.
Yep, thanks, Brian, for having us, and thanks for all you do.
Okay, thank you. All right, that's our wide receiver group, Coach Kress, along with a couple of his guys, Jalen Cook and Trent Curley. We're going to take a break, and when we return, we're going to put football to rest for the Hillcrest Huddle. We're going to shift gears, and we're going to talk about the upcoming basketball season with Coach Scott Suttles and a couple of his guys. Keep it here. This is the Hillcrest Huddle on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network and Tide 100.9 FM. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Be sure that when you're talking, you have the mic pretty close to your mouth, okay?
Yes, sir.
We're in the commercial right now, and we'll come on in just a second after the commercial.
But you can.
Brayton, what's your last name again?
Richardson.
Richardson.
He text you? Did he text you?
No.
Okay, we are back on the Hillcrest Huddle. Brent Jones live from Walk-On Sports Bistro, and we're shifting gears now. Thanks so much for joining us. We've been talking about Hillcrest football this whole show and most of the season, but every once in a while we like to shift gears and do a spotlight on another sporting unit here at our school. And right now we're going to talk about the hottest ticket, which is the Hillcrest basketball team, because their season is starting soon. And well, look who decided to join us. Okay, guys, put that headset on right there. It's Coach Scott Suttles, and to my left here I have Warren Moon and Braden Richardson, two of his players. Put that headset on there, Coach, and I want to ask these guys a question as you settle in. How many laps, or what does he need to do? Suicides in practice for being late? Is that what needs to come from?
Traffic in front of this establishment. They're paving the roads at 7:30 in the afternoon.
Now, if you gave him one of those excuses like that, and you're late for practice, what do you do to them, Coach?
I would get to the bottom of it and find out if it was legit. But with these two right here, I don't have to worry about them too much.
All right, Coach Suttles, I want to start with you. First, give us a quick recap of last year.
Well, I was extremely pleased with last year's team. First year in 7A, won the area.
Yeah.
During the regular season, obviously won the area tournament and played a really tough Florence team.
Oh, yeah.
After beating James Clemens for the third time in the regional final. So to get to the Elite Eight, I was very proud of those guys.
Yeah, a great season. Like you said, first year in 7A and to make it to the Elite Eight, that's incredible. But that's in the past, and always each year you want to build on that. Tell me about this year's team and what you got coming back and what you're thinking.
Well, I like them, especially the first couple of days of practice. We're going to have a young nucleus. We're going to have a freshman that'll play for us, a couple of sophomores. So point guard is pretty solid coming back as a junior, and then we'll have 4 or 5 seniors that'll play big minutes for us as well. So practice so far has gone on pretty well. We're going to try to play a little more up-tempo, I think. Still vertically challenged for a 7A school, but hopefully.
I know you say that you're vertically challenged. Talk about the heights that you have.
We've got good length, but we're talking 6'3", 6'4" across the board at the 4 and 5 position. So we'll be playing against some 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah.
But we've made the schedule pretty difficult, playing Starkville High at Hoover, and I'll be always playing a strong Thanksgiving tournament. So we're looking forward to the challenge.
What do you think the strength of this year's team is going to be?
Hopefully heart and desire and stick-to-itiveness, showing some resiliency. A lot of these guys have had to wait their turn, so to speak, and now it's here, and I think they're hungry for that opportunity.
Okay, speaking of that opportunity, you guys do a lot of work in the off-season to prepare. Talk about what it's like in Scott Suttle's program preparing in the off-season.
We're lifting all summer, coming in for open gyms, extra runs anytime we can. So we definitely do a lot in the off season.
Yeah, we're in the weight room a lot during the off season. We're wearing them tennis courts a lot down, trying to get faster, running them out, trying to get more explosive and all that. Yeah.
Okay. I asked him this question, but I want to get your opinions. What do you see as this year's team strength?
Oh, defense, no doubt.
For sure.
We're going to be strong very defensively because, like Coach said, we're smaller compared to most 7-8 teams, so we got to be ready on the defensive end.
Right,
sure.
right. Take advantage of that quickness.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Every year when you come in, what are your goals for the season? Do you have individual goals, team goals?
I mean, obviously, want to go back-to-back area champs, right?
Okay,
I mean,
that's a good one. That's where you start, right?
Yes,
okay.
And, just want to have a good year, get the hands full, and see what happens.
Okay.
I think that's what we all want.
I think we should focus on getting better as the year goes on, building our strengths, like defense, scoring in the paint, and stuff like that.
Okay, what's this guy like at practice? Look at the response over here, Coach. I mean, I've been in there a few times with y'all practicing, and he's pretty animated, isn't he?
Yeah.
Talk about what he's like.
He's going to push you to
for sure.
to your best.
Yeah.
He wants the best out of you, and I mean, we expect that as a team, and we push our teammates ourselves.
For sure.
You want to add anything to that, Warren?
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna yell and get animated, but it's what he's saying, not how he's saying it. You just gotta listen to the message.
It's quite a show if you're not at the game, or you take film from the game and you just were to video him on the sideline and take it out of context. It's quite an entertaining show to watch the guy. But this guy over here is a legend, right? That's your rival. He's a legend. Now, we were talking at lunch today. He and I have lunch duty together. And he was talking about playing around the world three-point shooting contests with a team.
Yes, sir.
What's that like with him?
I've challenged him to it.
Yeah?
He's shown me before. I'm not that good of a shooter.
I haven't done it yet, but I know he beat our point guard before a couple days ago.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Okay, I'm going to come out and challenge you, Scott.
That'll be great.
No,
That'll be fun.
I'll lose. But we'll play tennis after that. And see
That's
how it goes.
right.
He also claims he's a good tennis player. Do you know that?
I know he played golf. I ain't heard about tennis.
Golf, tennis.
I've heard about tennis.
He's just the all-around ping pong too, huh? Okay. So it's just the subtles Olympics, right? But you know what he's not good at?
What?
Showing up for the radio show on time.
Well, I guarantee you there's some guys that just got an earful worse than Warren and Brady did in practice for making me go around this building twice on Skyline Boulevard. I promise you. I ended up having to go halfway to school to turn around. So that wasn't a lot of fun.
Of course, I'm just giving you a hard time, Coach Suttles. This is my buddy over here, and even though he doesn't know which NBA players and team to pull for.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good. The Lakers.
He's Luka through and through, isn't he? Does he always say to y'all play? No, you don't say to him play like Luka.
No,
because you put the emphasis on defense.
That's right. He can't guard a graveyard, so we don't count Luka.
Don't base your playing after Luka at all. Okay, guys, thanks so much for being here. Tell us about the upcoming schedule, and so everybody will know when to be there to support you.
Yeah, we actually don't play a home game, Brent, until after Thanksgiving. I've done that on purpose. I wanted the guys to have some long road trips and some tough games to get us ready for February. So it'll be here pretty soon. We don't play our area games, Thompson, Tuscaloosa County High, and until January, but they'll be here before we know it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can't wait. The season is turning, and so are the sports. It's always so much fun at Hillcrest with the Hillcrest basketball team. Can't wait. Thanks, guys, for joining us, and we'll see you around the school.
Yes, sir.
All right, appreciate it. All right, and thank you for joining us here on the Hillcrest Huddle, our final Hillcrest Huddle for the 2025 season. But we'll be back next year. Patriots will be back and better than ever next year. So join us again next year, Hillcrest Huddle, and more importantly at Roy Johnson Stadium and this coming basketball season with the basketball team. Thanks again, and we'll see you next year. Until then, good night and go Pats.